My name is Buala Homsap. I came here in 1980, May 80, in Brattleboro. Then I didn't move anywhere, so we going family. I moved to Hinsdale now, and we go family, and we have 3 children, me and my wife, and we start the farmer market 20 years ago. We been start sell some Thai food. Actually, I born in Thailand, but I live in Laos. So when in 1975, probably you guys know 1975, when the country, the communist take over. So we escaped Laos to Thailand. So I have family in Thailand in the camp. So we stayed there 1 year in the camp, in the Lao Fuji camp, they call. And I have a sponsor in Brattleboro, in St. Michael Church. They sponsor my family that came here. So we have about 9 people together came here. And we start sell some little, this guy here, like they call sticky rice. I seen it right over there, and that's how we going back home. Big field, this small, it's different rice. This is sesame rice. This is sticky rice, they call. You can do many things in sticky rice. You can, how we eat over there, this peppers, they call gel. It's a pepper grind with the soy sauce and garlic and all kinds of herbs together. Over there, we can eat and rice and gel. That's all we can eat, and fish. You work in a farm all day long. If you have this with you, that's how you finish the farm for a whole year. And you can eat different rice, the sesame rice they call, but then keep much in just inside. You're the hungry one. This one I eat a little bit like this. It lasts all day. That's how you work in the farm all day long. You can last. So when we came 1980 in Brattleboro, Vermont, we didn't go anywhere. We stay one spot like for 32 years now. So me and my wife, we joined the farmer market, and we've been sell the food there. I born in Thailand, but we moved to Laos. My wife born in Laos, but their father from Thailand. So we start come up the idea, how to make the food to sell. So we make some sticky rice, and we don't sell fish in the farm market. We sell like egg roll, spring roll, chicken stick, pad thai. They call pad thai. They make from this guy the rice. They call pad thai, Thai noodle. The rice you can make many things. Like I see in TV, you can make noodle, all kind of noodle you can make. You can make like crunchy one, the joy in the sun, the deep fry. You put brown sugar and eat. This rice you can do many things you want. It's they call sticky rice, but I don't know, they can make whiskey in Thailand. Yeah, they make whiskey from Thailand. They make from this rice before they make whiskey. That how they do over there. It can keep you healthy. That's how people they have to have the rice every day. If this guy didn't go with that, some people they not finish the dinner. They have to find a hot sauce to go with the sticky rice. Because your hot sauce, I know it make you healthy or not, but I don't know when you're going at 3 years old, the parent feed you with sticky rice, the hot sauce. You learn the young, I mean, but it's some people scared hot sauce. I don't know, people never eat hot sauce before, and they see hot sauce, they get scared. But I mean, it's good for you too. Make your sweat, make your blood moving faster. Especially in the cold winter here. I have people go to hunting season here. They came to me. They said, I sell little hot sauce. They buy hot sauce from me. I said, why you buy hot sauce before you're hunting? He said, go sit in the wood too cold. He said, he keep eat hot pepper in the mouth. You know, it keep him sweat. He said, it keep him warm all day. He said, it is true. I mean, you know, when the hot pepper go inside your body, you move your blood and let sweat out, and then now it does. But you don't eat too much. You know, some people can't handle, you know, too much hot in that. You can take one little bit at a time. Cause we are eat like 2 years old. 2 years old, my parents feed you with the sticky rice. You know, you get used to that. I mean, we know it's hard, but we can handle it. You know what? So I want you guys to try this sticky rice here, little bit pepper and the steamed fish. Now we put like the ingredient right here, the fish, and see how it works. You know, I mean, it's very good actually. All Asia, Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, they all eat this rice, but different rice. Some people eat rice different thing, you know. So, but this sticky rice is very. I mean, I not been eat for long all my life anyway. It's you know, some people they never eat the sticky rice, and in the farmer market we sell it with the mango. They call rice mango. It's a famous and Thai dessert. You know, the mango cone in there, and the rice here, and if you guys want to check out, you know, see what we do in the farmer market. That all we sell is from our hand. You know, you have to make from your hand before you sell. So then now I want to try, you know, this rice and sauce, and not hard, but it's probably medium hard. You know, you can see all the different pepper they put in there. Thank you for coming to check it out.
My name is Sean Harrington. I own a cafe in central New Hampshire just outside of Concord in Warner called the Runnerstone Market and Cafe. Today I've got a couple things happening. We were lucky enough to get some Anson Mills rice here, which I have samples of. The grits, the brown, the Charleston Gold, and I've also cooked some of the Anson Mills Gold, I believe. What I've made today is something that's familiar to me as a kid in America, a burrito. Very non-traditional. I find that meat and rice and beans become a little heavy for me, so I like to lighten things up with other fresh ingredients depending on what we're making, depending on the season, really. So grilled tortillas, a pico de gallo, which is tomatoes, onion, green pepper, Hungarian waxed peppers, and a little bit of apple, just to sweeten things up. Lime, salt, very simple, probably the best ingredient in my repertoire. Corn, obviously cilantro, and then a little bit of arugula. Again, it just kind of makes for a lighter, more palatable bite of food, in my opinion. The rice, I was going to default to Anson Mills.
Yeah.
First.
What you need?
Glenn?
Hey.
There he is.
Hi. The two rices there are in different states, but one's Charleston Gold, which Anna McClung collaborated on the development with Dr. Merle Shepard and Dr. Gurdjieff Kush. The original work was done at the International Rice Research Institute starting in 1998. It was 100 plus cultivars that narrowed down and then literally dumped in Anna's lap on all different heights and all different emanations, and she cleaned it up over the last half decade or so. So the Charleston Gold rice is what we're lovingly calling the love child of Carolina Gold rice. Carolina Gold rice is the land race rice, the tall one that lodges. The yields on these, Charleston Gold yields better in organic horticulture than any rice I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a few. And I believe that's true down in Texas, where they've worked with literally thousands. So it's a modern rice for modern times. It's slightly aromatic, it's very elegant, and what we do with it, we're selling our reserve seed, since what we do, 90% of what we do is hold seed, then give it away for free. When the seed ages up and we know we have another crop in, we can release the 3 years ago rice, which is what is the Charleston Gold rice, is laurel aged, I suppose. I'm not sure whether they sent laurel aged or not, to tell you the truth.
This is the other.
Nope, they sent Carolina Gold rice grits, which are here. Grits are called middlings in the South. That's broken rice. In lots of cultures, they just go ahead and serve it the way it is, and some they separate it out and they do whole grain and broken grain. In the South, the broken grains of rice are actually more revered in my neck of the woods, anyhow, around Charleston, than whole grain rice. Because they absorb saucing so well. So rice and gravy is the dish that everybody knows, and it has all kinds of guises going back the last 300 years in my area. So we got Charleston Gold here, then Carolina Gold. We've got Charleston Gold Brown, Carolina Gold rice grits, and Carolina Gold rice hand-picked. And we actually are stupid enough to actually do it pre-industrial style. We do everything by hand, same day, ship it, pack it same day. We cold mill, the rice goes in it -10 into the huller. We flash freeze it again, send it through partial whitening, and then pull off the shorts in a uniflow, flash chill it again and blow it out with CO2 and ship it. So it sees from our freezer, which is -10 where we hold new crop, to the time it hits the box to go to a chef or a retail client, it's no more than 25 minutes from whole grain, including the hull. Enjoy.
And that's cooked here, just for service. It's outside. This is actually just a jasmine rice that I've used in the burritos. So.
Good afternoon. My name is Sheetal Kinkabwala. I'm originally from West region of India. Anybody who's familiar with India, it's a region just north of Mumbai. The region I come from is mostly all vegetarian, and I grew up in India. So growing up, rice was a main staple: breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. It can be made into fermented rice dish to sweet rice dish. So I still eat a lot of rice, and it's in all over India. Basically, I think rice is used quite a lot. Now I live in Vermont, Westover, Vermont, and I sell Indian vegetarian food at Brattleboro Farmers Market. After having a degree in accounting, after I came here, I was kind of looking at everything in my life and realized that I would rather cook than do anything else. So I don't have any professional training in cooking, but it's my passion. I absolutely love to cook. So today what I have made for you guys are two dishes, a little bit more fancy than everyday dishes. So I have basmati rice, and it has a little bit of turmeric and peas and carrots, very floral flavor to it, and it works really well with the dishes I have made. So I have one dish that has cauliflower, potatoes, peas. It's a vegan dish. It has mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and a little bit of other spices. And the other dish is chickpeas with cashews in a yogurt sauce. So the dish with chickpeas is, I take it you like chickpeas dish, I guess.
I like everything you just said.
So the regions they come from, I just want to kind of tell you about that. So the chickpeas dish, the way it's made, it's from more from north region of India, which is Punjab, which is what most of the Indian restaurants are. They represent Punjabi food. And the other dish is from Gujarat, where I'm from, and it has touch of jaggery, which brings little sweetness to it, and it's very simple, but has lot of different spices. So I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
All right, I'm Alice James, and I'm here with Ismail. We're starting a restaurant called The Greenery in Putney, Vermont, and I'm from New England. And it's kind of an indication of the absence of rice culture in New England, that when I was asked about a rice dish that I remember, I thought of the one year that I lived in Mexico, and not my entire life in New England. So I made horchata, which I had every day in Mexico. It's ground rice, almonds, lime zest, and honey. We put in honey instead of sugar.
Right, we use honey. So I'm from Cleveland, and I'm fasting today. It's the month of Ramadan. I was raised Muslim, and I guess when I think about like when I was a kid, I'd be smelling pots of basmati rice while you're coming in the house, and you'd be like, "Man, what's for dinner?" And you'd be like, "Rice," or a nice yummy curry is on the pot on the stove. Or just like a whole stuffed lamb. My mom would do like every single year. She'd stuff with this. Basically, we did this rice filling, which normally has pine nuts, but they're super expensive, so I didn't put them in there this time around. And normally we use grape leaves that we wrap them around with, but we didn't use grape leaves. We actually used kale and Swiss chard. Again, it's more regional. We're more familiar with those things around here, and plus we didn't want to pay $8.99 for a jar this big from the co-op. So for the grape leaves, so we just actually gleaned from the refrigerator some stockpiled kale that we had. And in this is like a North African sauce. I made a quick harissa of peppers, onions, coriander, mint, and like a boatload of other like seeds, and like sauteed them up with onions. And we went in with some fresh heirloom tomatoes and cooked it down for a long amount of time. Then we threw in onions and carrots and some garlic from just around the corner. And then inside these is short grain brown rice, and there's some lamb that's in there as well. And that's all I got. So hopefully you enjoy it.